Son, everything you learned about purpose from these self-proclaimed self-improvement influencers was a lie. I used to be the guy who was starting all this self-improvement bullshit. You know, very hurt in life, just went through a bad breakup, got cheated on, years of depression, closing in, coming down to, as some would say, a rock bottom in life. Very fucked up thoughts. And where did I turn to? The internet. Every single guy with a self-improvement channel that had over like 1 million followers, I thought everything they said was the rule of God. It was the gospel. I genuinely believed it because I was like, wow, look at these people in such a financially, emotionally fulfillment, like successful place, right? Successful. The more I went down my own journey and path and went through every extreme possibility of self-improvement and tried out all this fucking bullshit, the more I learned that, especially what they say about purpose, right? I've heard as a man, your purpose is to provide for your loved ones and make so much money and wealth that you can provide for not only yourself, but your kids and your wife and your generations. I've also heard that purpose is like an onion, and there's layers. You know, and you might be right now in the season of the purpose is to bench 405, and next layer of the onion is the purpose to go become a bodybuilder, and the next layer, no. None of that shit is true. Welcome back, or welcome to, this is the first time you're watching. I'm fucking tired, man. I haven't ate yet. It's like 1 p.m. Illegal therapy. Where it's therapy for you, but way more is a therapy for me where I just get to ADHD, autistically, retardedly talk about just like some shit that's on my mind that I'm passionate about. And today we're going to just talk about purpose. How to find your purpose, what it should feel like to get your purpose. Let me give a spoiler. It feels like someone's fingering your ass and okay, jeez, what the fuck? There's the ADHD. It's supposed to feel fucking fantastic. It's supposed to feel like you wake up every single day, and no matter how tired you are, how run down, how buried you feel in life, there's this mystical force that drives you to get up out of bed and be happy to do what you're doing and to actually put in a lot of fucking love into it. Okay? Let's start with dismantling some of the typical claims about purpose. The purpose is, as a man, is about financial protection and provision. Okay? Sure, dude, hey. If you want to go and make all the fucking money in the world and do that, well, what's wrong with that? You're providing for the people you love. You want to give them a great life. Amazing, dude. That's so awesome. But two things about that. One, if your whole life is about providing for others, right? Are you actually doing it because you really actually care about these people and you want them to have a beautiful life and feel comfortable with you? Or are you more so doing it either because the internet says it's really cool and it makes you feel like a man, like it's filling this void that maybe you didn't have about masculinity, and now you learn from these guys online that masculinity means provision, and then that? Or are you also doing it because whoever these people are, I don't know, girlfriend, wife, maybe even parents, I don't know, maybe kids, I don't know this shit, right? Are you working your entire life's purpose to provide for them because you're scared that either they will abandon you, because maybe as a kid, people that loved you did abandon you? And are you actually putting in more than you can actually take and now taking away from yourself? It's a little thing to think about. I don't know. I think a lot of people have heard that and they're going to be like, oh, this guy is a pussy. yes, you are correct. I am a pussy. But you might be thinking like, well, dude, how could you say such a weak beta male thing? Like, don't provide for my family. Yeah, okay, let's not be completely retarded here, okay, buddy? Providing for people, I think it is fantastic. But I will want to add in that provision. The older I've gotten, fuck, that's what an old thing to say. Isn't just financial. It's emotional. It's spiritual, right? Like, don't you want to? I know. Okay, I can't speak for you. That's something I'm learning about purpose. I can't speak for you. I would love to have a partner where I can emotionally provide for her. You know, like she's feeling anxious, she's feeling down about life, she doesn't believe in herself, and I want to provide her the emotional stability that she can do it. Same with my kids. I think that's a beautiful amount of provision. Okay, let's dismantle the other thing that that purpose is. These layers of phases that you go through your life to uncover the inner core of the onion. No. And this is really weighing on my mind recently because, you know, if you know my whole story, whatever, but when I was so hurt in life, purpose is what gave me comfort, is what gave me confidence, is what gave me security that life was going to be better. Because I heard from all these guys on the internet that if I just find some purpose to attach to, some goal, right, that my mind's going to forget about that girl that I loved. My mind is going to forget about the depression. My mind is going to, right, and I'm going to focus on that. And then what I learned was, okay, right now my purpose is to bench 405, and I'm going to attach everything on my life onto this. If I get this 405 bench press, although I logically know it's not going to, fix all my life problems, it's going to be, wow, it's going to build some confidence and all that shit and prove that I can dedicate to something great. Sure, yeah, it does do that, but the mistake I made was, I was like, okay, after I finish that, well, that's just one layer done. Let's move on to the next layer. And I tried moving on to the next layer, which I thought was doing bodybuilding, because I thought, oh, that sounds cool. And also, most of the time, the purpose, okay, this might blow your mind, Most of the time, the purpose that you think you might have actually might be influenced subconsciously by the society. For example, okay, recently, like, here's a really dumb example. I don't know. Recently, I'd be really into the Porsche 911. It's like a joke with me and my friends. To the point where, like, this car that I'm in right now, Camaro 2SS 2016, blue, by the way, just wanted to let you guys know, since I was a kid, was, like, always my favorite car. This thing. Like, I watched Transformers, and I love this thing, and I always would tell myself, like, there isn't a single day that I'm in this car that I'm not grateful of being in this car, right? Like, I'm so fortunate to have this thing. I love this thing. It's like my baby. But recently, I've been like, wow, I really want that Porsche 911. Like, I can afford the lease or the finance on it. Oh, jeez, retarded. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. And I'm chatting with my buddies about it. And then I start seeing fucking on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, like all these videos about 911s. And I see all these other people talking about it. And now I'm thinking, like, back to my whole life of even that bodybuilding show that I wanted to do at the time. Is that actually because I wanted to be a bodybuilder? Or is that because I was just seeing on the internet all these guys doing bodybuilding shows and I was swayed to doing it? Like, do I really want that Porsche 911, or am I just seeing it on the internet? I hope you can think back to some sort of thing in your life right now that is like, feels like something cool or like a purpose or something, and like really ask yourself, is this something I actually want, or is this something that the internet is influencing me that I'm not even noticing? A little conspiracy there. What was I saying? God damn. It's fucking no food in my system. Tough, brother. Oh yeah, that purpose is the layers, right? Okay, the other issue with purpose being layers in your life is, okay, long story short, I fucking tried to commit to that bodybuilding thing, but at the time, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that purpose, or that thing. I wasn't ready for that fucking goal, and I just kept bitching out. I just knew it because it didn't feel right. Now I'm doing it, and I signed up. I'm fucking excited, man. Where are we going with this? Let me think about something intellectual to say to sound really cool on the internet. Yes, if purpose is layers and you go through these phases of doing different things, like right now is the money layer, right now is that. Yeah, one is, are you influenced by other people? But two, what happens if your layer is, like, right, like the bodybuilding show or doing this, and then life throws a curveball at you? What happens when you attach all your purpose in your life towards something, and then life says no? Life, you get hit by a fucking car and your spinal cord snapped, your legs don't work. How the fuck are you gonna be a bodybuilder, bitch? Yeah, sure, you can do the wheelchair. Oh, wow, that's horrible. How are you gonna hit it? Let's say you want to do a 600-pound squat, your legs get fucking chopped off. How are you gonna do that shit? Now you're, okay, I know this is a joke, but I see this in so many guys, right? I see this in a lot of guys that they attach all their purpose, especially like washed up high school athletes, onto some sort of physical goal or something, and then life derails them, whatever it happens, and fucks them up so bad because they're like, it really makes you feel like you lost all your purpose in life. Another thing is, for example, a long time I thought my purpose in life was to create like funny videos and stuff, right? I was like, oh, people were laughing and stuff, and then long story short, it became way more like a job than something I enjoyed. And I lost the passion for it, and I was like, Jesus Christ. But my whole life, I thought this was my purpose. Oh, geez, what am I going to do? Okay, you can cut the video here because I'm just going to give you the answer to what purpose actually is. You see me bouncing my titties? Yeah, you like that? That's what the purpose is. No. You can say this is corny, this is cringe. But I think once maybe for you, it might take you actually going through that toxic, I don't want to say toxic, but that phase of like attaching money is everything. I'm also really passionate about the money is not everything, because recently I've been talking to some very fucking successful CEOs. These guys, I don't know how much they have, like millions upon millions of dollars. And I think I like these guys a lot because I know other dudes who have millions upon millions and they're just dick bags, right? But these guys are like, you can tell they've done a lot of self-healing work and stuff, and they all come to the common ground of like, money really just does not buy fulfillment or happiness. Which brings me to the point where, what is purpose? Purpose is you. Damien, what the fuck does that mean? The purpose is me. What the fuck you mean? Now, what the owner of one of the very fancy gyms I went to today said to me that really resonated is it kind of like a tough truth in life. He was like, look, buddy. He's like, lots of men are trying to create a legacy. Trying to create a legacy because it sounds cool. Because that's what hypes you up. It sounds awesome. Legacy. But in X amount of years, everybody's going to forget. Right? Maybe your grandchildren are going to remember you. Maybe, but your great probably won't even remember. And by the time, maybe you do become like the next Elon Musk or the next Steve Jobs. Centuries later, will people really remember? Maybe not. And that's why you gotta live life for yourself. Like selfishly to a point. Live life for yourself and the people you love. Okay? Because when the purpose is so you, and by that I mean like it's not a physical trait, it's not you need to build this successful thing, but it's just like being better. It's just fucking being better in whatever way that is. Maybe right now you want to be physically better. Maybe you want to be mentally better. When you're so secure in yourself in that purpose that you just want to be better in some aspect in life, it really doesn't matter what life throws at you, because you're going to start getting excited for the tough times. You're going to start liking the challenge. You're going to start being okay when things suck. I've talked about this on a surface level recently, but going through this recent breakup, what has it been, like almost a month, and I'm not over it, but I've come to accept it a lot more and be like, wake up happy. I've been able to wake up happy recently, which is fucking awesome, man. Last year, that fucking shit took... last breakup 2 years ago, this shit took me fucking 7 months. God damn. And that's because it's tough to say on the... I can say it to you guys, because the people who watch this channel are so fucking, like, chill. Like, you know. But I definitely can't... I don't want to say can't, but it's definitely, like, the main channel doesn't want to hear this shit. I had to really learn to... I don't want to say give up on, but let go of the dream of what society deems as successful. And when you think that your purpose has to be what society deems as successful, you've lost. You might scroll online and see some super rich guy with a ton of cars and money and women tell you that as a man you got to go make all this money, and it sounds cool. Fires you up. But next time you get the feeling, I would ask yourself, like, do you actually want this? Right? Do I really want this? Yeah, that'd be super cool. That'd be awesome. And then ask yourself, why? Why do I want that? And trust me that anytime you get to the conclusion that you want this because other people will think it's awesome, just know that that is losing in the long run. Because all that time you spend building stuff in life for other people's validation and not for yourself, you've wasted so much time that you could be putting into actually building real fulfillment. So how do we find this purpose? You know, I read a comment recently on this, like, Damien, like, I really don't know what makes me special. I don't know what I want. I don't know what makes me special. One, I want to say that every single human I believe is fucking special. Oh, that sounds so funny. But seriously, and let me give you some reasoning, right? I really like the idea that us being on Earth is like a 1 in a quadrillion times. Like, it's crazy, right? Like yo mama fucking, no, yo daddy fucking busted the craziest nut one day and you were a little fucking swimmer. Like, you're just a little swimmer and that happened to win. That's awesome. Good for you, brother. But so I think you think this about yourself because, one, you spend too much time on the internet. You spend too much time watching videos like this, like fucking shit like that, and you know, you might listen to even this channel. You're like, wow, Damo's so cool because he can, like, autistically talk to a camera like this for so long. I don't have that. There's so much shit that I bet you can do that I can't fucking do, that other people on the internet can't fucking do. Okay, brother? And if you actually took the time to get to know each person that you're judging and thinking that they're not special, you would probably find some dope shit about them if you spend enough time. Some people just aren't, they just don't want to fucking tell you because you're such a negative little bitch. No, but seriously, there is something very, very special at you. And, like, this is how kind of, like, the life of, like, most guys go, right? They get bored. And you have all these dreams about becoming great, about becoming an astronaut, a this, a that. And you don't, like, at a very young age, you don't really care what people think. You just want what you want. But then you go through life, and society and school and your peers tell you no. That stuff is too risky. That stuff is not going to bring you security. That stuff is lame. That stuff is cringe and gay. I love saying cringe and gay. It's so funny. I know. And they just beat you down. And you could say it's because of this whole matrix system thing of, like, oh, the whole world wants you to become a worker. Maybe. I think it's just human nature that we want the best for people until they start beating us at our own field. And I think a lot of people that shut you down are probably kind of jealous that you have all this ambition as a kid, right? You have all this ambition. So anyways, you get fucking shut down by this shit and you're like, no, I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. And then now you're 20-something, finishing a 4-year college degree, probably doing a degree that you secretly don't actually want to do, just because it sounds cool on paper, just because that's the path. And then now you're 27. You've been working at this fucking corporate job for 6 years, something. Maybe you love it and great, amazing, but maybe you don't love it. Maybe it secretly doesn't actually make you more fulfilled in life. And maybe it doesn't even pay that well. You know what? Maybe it does pay super fucking well. And now you can afford this great apartment, and these chicks come back and they're like, wow, you're so sexy. Let me fuck you, right? And you're like, oh my God, it feels so good to just be so wanted by people. But when everything closes at night, you have this looming deep loneliness inside of you. When the train stops chugging, when you're not in that go 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 mode, and you take some time to yourself, you're like, fuck, what am I doing? Like, do I really want this? And you start getting this questioning that's so deep that eventually, a couple years later, you're like, fuck, oh geez, like I spend my whole life doing something I don't even really want to do. Doing things for other people. And by this time, I don't believe anything's too late. It's never really too late, but you sure lost a lot of damn years. Okay? So I truly think the only way to really find the purpose, if you like want to actively go find it now. Now, of course, I think time will always catch up, right? Like, yeah, you might be 30. Some people don't find their purpose till they're 40, 50. Whatever, that's fine. But if you want to try to find it now, you kind of feel lost. Shut off the distractions. I can give you tools. I can give you actionable steps. But at the same time, what works for me might not work for you. And it's hard for me to say that because I know it doesn't sound as cool, right? Other self-improvement guys, as a man, you must start by closing. Shut the fuck up. It's not going to work for everybody. I'll give you the baseline of it. Is you just need to tune out the distractions. So that could be spending one day completely by yourself. That could be just spending 1 hour without your phone. That could be going on a walk. I would suggest doing no activity. Because like if you're doing cardio while you'll get some great thoughts, but you're still like, tired, get bored, right? And your mind will start producing some crazy thoughts. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Yo, I remember that one time I tried this. I did that. Sit with it. Just let it go. Just keep it coming. And this is where, if you're not a very spiritual person, you're going to be like, shut the fuck up. What are you even talking about? But you're just going to feel it. There will be things that speak out to you that you will really actually just feel in your nervous system. And scientifically, or scientifically, what that is because you're allowing yourself in this like kind of uncomfortable, safe space where you have to be with just yourself, your brain will start unlocking the subconscious feeling of when you were that little child with no real worries and really just thinking about you. Okay? You'll find something, whatever it might be. Sit there as long until you are actually ready to come out of it, okay? Sit there until you really feel whatever that fucking thing is. I guarantee, like, out of the 99% of the people who are lost, who want to find the purpose, only one of you guys are going to do that. I just know it. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie. It is not easy to do this. To be with yourself is not fucking easy. You're going to come out of this and you might not even find it. You might not find the real purpose, but you'll find a great starting point. You'll probably find something that you at least have a little burst of passion for. Go chase that. No, that's the wrong word. Chase is the wrong word. Go be with that. Whatever comes out of your true thoughts, right? Whether it's, okay, I need to go start the gym now. Or I actually do want to make a lot of money, but I want to make a product that actually really helps people because it just feels good. Whether it's right now, I my whole life since I was a kid, I've always been really attached to attachment and love and like finding a partner. Everybody has something, right? that is going to be their like surface level thing to go try out. But the commonality of the thing that people actually stick with is it's always going to be a representation of them. And that's where the you comes in. So yesterday I did a podcast with the owner of the gym that I go to. You can listen to it. I don't know where the fuck that's going to drop, but fantastic. His mother died from cancer, and then that year his grandfather got sick, grew up without a father, and then that year he got diagnosed with cancer. And because he went through all that suffrage, what he's been doing for the past 10 years is building out this gym that helps other people go through rehab after a physical or a mental trauma. And at first I kind of resented how much he worked, because I see him there in the morning. Sometimes he's there from 5 a.m. till like 11 p.m. at night. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you can pay people to do this. I see him mopping the floors. I'm like, come on, you'd be working more efficiently if you took some time off. And I think I resented it because I saw myself in the starting points of like the business doing things I didn't want to do and stuff. But there's a difference between my early self and him. And the difference is I can tell he wants to do it. Like every single part, he wants to do it. It feels like a purpose to him. It's so fulfilling, right? And sure, you could say the purpose for him is to help other people through the stuff, but more so than anything, it's to probably fulfill that real, like, childhood need to help people. What else can we say? I don't know. It kind of hurts to just see a lot of guys around my age, or especially a lot of guys who are older, talk about or have purpose that you can tell is for somebody else. Whether it's that one guru on the internet that they would love to meet one day and impress. Whether it's for the girl that rejected them back in 8th grade that they can never get out of their head because it says something deep about them. And I've lived my life like that for so long that you just don't win in life like that, man. These gurus on the internet try to sell you that there's this matrix in the world, right? That people are trying to get you to do things in this world subconsciously that's going to make you actually be a servant of that society, not yourself, of them. By you aligning your life to going down the rule book mapped out by another man, even if you become successful, even if you make the millions of dollars, you, my friend, are stuck in that matrix. You are contributing, because our society, especially around my age, right? Like, we're built up to want to be that 1%, that 1% guy, whatever that means, right? You know what I mean? Like, society portrays that. I'm going to cut the video and keep going because my camera's about to time. Society wants that 1%, right? Like, it's the lots of money. Let's not even talk about things that you can't control, so no height and stuff. It's lots of money. It's the working on your body. It's the lots of girls, lots of cars, that, right? Now, if you truly want that, right, go through all the steps that we just talked about. You ask yourself, do I actually want this? Yes. And then you ask yourself, why? And then you can actually answer that it isn't for the validation and all that stuff. And for some fucking reason, you actually want to become the super millionaire with a ton of girls, not for other people, to think you're cool and truly for yourself. Okay. even if you do all those things, if you're following someone else's rule book, you'll never actually become that top 1% guy. Why? You're always going to be number 2. Because there's somebody else that laid that path for you and that you're copying exactly. Okay? So, as we've said, there is something that's fucking unique and different about you. You just need to put yourself in the environment and give yourself the time and the acceptance to figure out what that shit is. Try it out. If it doesn't work, that's okay, because you always got to remember that the purpose is always just you becoming better. And along the way, you will be tempted. The fruits of societal success are very sweet. But just know that every single time you indulge, you lose a part of yourself. So if you really want to truly find purpose without doing any of these, big crazy things like locking in your room and finding out, nope. Just go through life and consciously ask yourself why. That's the only real answer. Before you do things, ask yourself why. Okay. What can we say except yeah. You're so much better than you think, dude. So much better. And once you get to the position of self-security and self-love, that no matter what curveball life throws at you, maybe you lose all your money, maybe you go broke, maybe the girlfriend leaves you, that you're still okay with yourself. You can process your emotions, you can get through it, and you trust yourself enough. You've built that confidence, right? Building confidence is, we've talked about this before, but it's doing things that are true to you and getting damn good at some of them that you love. You'll always be fine. And I think you can only truly get real success, real personal success, that not only maybe it is financial, maybe it is spiritual, maybe it's everything combined, spiritual, financial, it's fulfilling, it's beautiful, but most importantly, it's actually really success to you. You'll only be able to unlock getting to there when you've become secure with yourself. When you accept that the purpose is to serve you and not what everyone else wants for you. Yeah. I wish it was cooler. I wish it was about getting money and getting bitches. But no, you can live in a fucking trailer for all I care, man. As long as you are proud of yourself as a human. Because I don't want to see any of you motherfuckers on your deathbed going, damn, I made millions of dollars, but I don't care about that. I would give that all to get another year of life. That's not what I want for you. I want you guys to lie there, about to fucking die, the kids around you, and with a big smile on your face, being like, I tried what I wanted to try. I stayed away from what I know will eat at my soul. I'm content, I'm happy, I am fulfilled. And I'm proud of myself. So, yeah, live life how you want it. Purpose is you, brother. Why is it not fucking turning off?